Okay, so in this video I'm just going to show you roughly how to make one of these. What this does is allows you to hold it here, allows you to put it open like that. Okay, and you could use this to have images on different ones, where you show people different ideas, or you could use it as some kind of promotional material. Okay, or even just a card for someone, and you could have a different message or story on there. Okay, as it opens up, it shows you each leaf in turn. So the key thing with this one is to make sure none of them are stuck together, so it opens up. Right, making this, what are we going to do? So to make this one, I'm going to use 2 strips of card, one white and 6 centimeters wide, one black, and this one's 7 centimeters wide. Okay, the first thing we're going to do, going to cut the black strip. We're going to make 5 pieces that are 7 centimeters long. Okay, so I'm just going to get my ruler, mark down the side every 7 centimeters like that. And so I've marked down there. I'm just going to, what I'm going to do for mine, I'm quite lucky, I can line it up on the mat. And if I line a card up like that, I can then go straight across, and my lines should be parallel. So there we go. So I want 5 of those. And once I've got 5, okay, so I've marked out 5, and I just cut them out using a pair of scissors. With all these things, it's important to be as neat and as careful as you can, because errors you make here are going to be errors in the final product. So don't rush and do it as fast as you can. Just do a good job. Okay, so that's 5 of those. I'm going to turn them over, so the little pencil lines that might still be there on the back, so I'm not going to see those. Then I get my white, and this time I'm going to measure up 6. Okay, so 6, 12, 18, 24 and 30, and I want these to be, I need 5 of these as well. So I line them up, and again, it's worth taking your time, not trying to rush this, because these will mess up if you don't do them right. Okay, so it's worth making an effort and doing a good job, as it is all the time with anything we do. Right, then once I've marked them, we're going to cut those out. Okay, again, I'll turn these over so any pencil marks are on the back so we can't see them. Okay, so I've got a nice clean front. So what I want to do now is to get these, and we're going to stick onto here. So I'm just putting glue in the center. Okay, we're going to glue a white one in the center of each black. Okay, try and get it as accurately as you can. You could spend your time measuring it and get it even more accurate. That's up to you, isn't it, how well you want it done. Okay. Okay, so we're going to need all of those done. So you're going to have 5 of those in total. Yeah. It's one of these things with glue, sometimes if you move it, it spreads it around a bit and it sticks a bit better. So that is worth thinking about. Rather than just pressing it down, it does work sometimes. Putting it and then shifting it a little bit, and you get a nice edge to it. Okay, and last one. Right. Okay, so I've now got 5 of those, 5 black and white squares. I'm now going to get this one, my rest of my black strip. Get one of these. I'll line it up at the edge. And we just do a line across there. Okay, put that out of the way again. So I've got a line here. Now what I'm going to do is measure up 1 centimetre up from that. Okay, so I'm going to measure up. So I want five parallel lines. You'll see why it makes sense in a minute. So I'll measure up 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to have 5 parallel lines. And I'm going to line it again on my chopping board, on my cutting board there. And I can go straight across. And this time I'm going to press it quite firmly. Okay. I'm pressing quite firmly because I'm going to be folding the card. And if I press quite firmly, it squashes the fibres down. It makes it easy for me to fold. Okay, it's not something I'd want to score. Because if you score, you cut the fibres rather than pushing them down. Then it's not so good. So I've scored quite heavily. And now I'm going to bend the card at each of those folds. Okay, so each time I've folded, each time I've did a line, I fold the card. Okay, I'm not cutting it, I folded it, and make sure that stays in line, yeah, because you know if you're folding parallel, because that should always line up like that. And then the last one. There we go. Okay, so that is going to be the basis for this. Now what I do next, get one of these, glue on the back of it, all over, and that lines up there like that. So it lines up with the first marking. And should cover the whole thing up there like that. Okay, right, next one. This time it's quite important where you put the glue. So I want to put the glue down this strip here, okay, and only that strip. Okay, so I'll put the glue, then that goes on there. And push it so it sticks quite firmly. And then the next one, the next strip. Nice bit of glue on there. And this one sticks on there. Okay. I'll push it down quite firmly again to make sure it's going to stick. And then I get to the next one. I do a line of glue on there. Get one of these. Line it up. And push quite firmly to stick one on there. And then last one, a lot of glue on there. And that gets stuck there. Okay, so make sure I push quite firmly. And they're all stuck down. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a strip of the white. And I'm going to cut this in half, like that. That one's not stuck. That is sometimes a problem with this, with the Pritt stick or the glue stick, is the fact that you perhaps need to push it. Maybe double-sided types are quicker, sticks better, but it's perhaps harder to peel. So we stick it down, right, and using this piece here, look at this end, and down towards the bottom of it, So it's about parallel with that. Fold it over. Fold it over there. So it's fold over, okay? And it sticks on this side, it bends over. Then we apply some glue on here. Nice solid glue. Okay, then I fold over the whole thing like that. I'm going to stick this white bit I've just folded onto the first one. Okay, it should stick onto the first one, so I'm going to push it quite firmly. And that's gluing. Now if you want, okay, you can do like I did on this one and shape the end of it. That was just very simply a case of trimming off like that, and across it like that. Okay, you can obviously measure that to make that perfect. And now, hopefully, my glue's all worked properly. I can hold the two white strips, and I can put it in. It should each come up like that. Okay, and there we go. It's that simple, and you can use that, like I said, either as a card or to have some kind of display on there. If you have any little mark, you can always stick another white piece on top. And there we go.